am alive. So far, so I'm not. There it go. Maybe said hi to myself. Yeah, okay, I am alive. Good. There we go. Yeah, I'm trying to do all the side missions. Probably when I read to this. Oh, during real time. Here we go. Oh yeah, don't forget to follow and on Twitch and on YouTube, like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Start Fane. Go. Black Widow. Go. Moving forward.
This one.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
$18.
Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go. This one. This one. The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Go.
When it comes to boyish charm, Goops has an indomitable rival in Gav. One is the sweet little babe in arms to be cooed over. The other, the naughty little boy who'd pull on my pigtails.
Dave.
Think Mid might need some.
Go.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
Editors started books that don't have any pictures in. Why would anyone want to see that?
Back, are ya? What do you want? Should last you a good while. No scratches, all right? That it? Fine.
Those.
Ugh, I'm never drinking.
Harpocrates, do you have the moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moondew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Harpocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company, too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus.
I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
Very well. So then,
I have taken the liberty.
white chocobo eggs. Are you sure this list is right? I would have thought the ingredients would be...
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects, so much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moondews having fallen. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find...
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway.
I will.
You two enjoy yours.
You too, Talia.
Oh, I'm never drinking
Don't.
Now, where's Jill?
There's Tom. Keep them pilgers nice and chilled. I won't have
Are those Pepio nuts?
How goes the hunt?
I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst. Why don't we split up and see?
All right.
How about you look for the... I'll find the other things we need.
Up! You'll not find a bruised pippin. Fresh cuts! Come and get them!
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. I hope it's to your liking. Keep fighting the good fight.
How the hell is anyone supposed...
Oi, don't touch anything. If that's what you want. Good riddance.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and Pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this. But before we head back... Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh.
You all right?
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive. Well, I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
Wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the Moondew.
Thanks to Sid.
Welcome back. I hope you two had fun while I was busy helping Harpocrates.
Clive. Harpocrates has all the ingredients. We were just waiting for you.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Harpocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the Moondew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the Moondew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Harpocrates. Well, I'd better go and give Mid the good news then.
I heard what you told Nan about Kupka. Hopefully all our old friends can rest easy now. I went up to give some greens to the chocobo.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that what...
You found something for...
In a manner of speaking, Hop is supervising...
Brilliant!
Don't thank me.
Right then, better start to the Black Hat.
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. Let's take this out. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest salmon you can find.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you. That's one down and just...
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell... The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines.
You don't mean...
Now they've got a finished one to work off.
Good luck to them, mate. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other...
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just thinking about the Enterprise sailing off, searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like... So if the worst came to the worst and... That's what she was meant to be. You see, but now she's so close to being finished. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat. I want people to sail aboard her in a world where we're not just trying to survive.
I'm working on that, and I'll do everything I can.
All right. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, sod our plans.
Are you sure about...
Something tells me it's...
He'd be proud of you.
You,
I was.
Right. There's just one thing I...
All right.
Aye, Cap...
They told me she was building a ship.
Right, Clive, we'd finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear. No excuses.
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of.
She said that?
She...
Clive, were you born yesterday or something? She'll probably be halfway there.
Mid.
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Obelith.
Yep. You in a hurry at all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. But anyway, I've got a letter. Urgent, by the sound of it.
Thank you, Obelith.
Don't mean...
What tidings on... Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all it...
Well, but next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to...
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Just like when we built it. Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideout. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Ross fit.
Gav will be leaving with me.
You can count. Just be sure to give Sid an...
Oh, by the way, she's got some things to take care of.
I hope she's telling the truth at least. Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Cooker is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in 2 places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the Lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The Blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav.
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Talia.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
So what do you think?
That we'd be lucky to make it out alive. Oh, aye. I take it.
Oh, what about this fierce?
Oh, no doubt. Well met, friend.
How does a merchant misplay?
Oh, the man's a coward.
He sent
my brothers.
We may have.
You? Chances up.
Well, if I'm going to...
You've clearly got a...
We're luck now. Reckon he...
All right.
No. You just put...
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take...
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits.
This one. That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart? Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we've found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single
And how exactly will he be?
You leave that to us. After all, you've done your part. It's been a pleasure.
There's no need. What if we wanted?
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold at least.
The path continues on the other side. So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominants and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it. And I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Grieger, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your Radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
Boklad markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well-trained and increasingly battle-hardened. But it's not as if we can wait for the siege to end. More refugees.
And they're all making for the Crystalline Dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the Crystal's blessing.
There are no crystals here.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
Let me carry your goods.
Peaches and pears, beets and beans.
Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
How much? For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. But you're more than welcome to look.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the Crystalline Dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
Looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an
Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go in and find Good, shall we? He must be around here somewhere.
Tight-fisted swines.
You should come with me to the Dominion. Life will be different there.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
Ah, good. There you are.
Clive, I'm so sorry. Don't...
Slow down, Good.
We cannot ride the caravan.
Do you remember?
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Here. You don't think...
It wouldn't surprise me. A busy market like this...
So, to get the pass...
I know where. No one...
Where do we find...
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way.
No time...
You two go. I'm gonna check...
All right.
Let's keep an eye out for this red chocobo, then.
And the other on our purses.
It's next to the checkpoint.
Out of my sight, wretch!
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Oh, wait! Don't go, El. He's me mate.
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Boklad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you. So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By little Ben.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain. Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire them by less than legitimate means.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market?
Yes and no. Passes are inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
Which means?
That someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them. And the same someone who has Goots' pass, no doubt. Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants, which is why we've decided to take a stand. Will you stand with us? You want to get your pass back, and we want to ensure that no more are stolen. Catch whoever's behind it all, and 2 birds shall be slain with a single stone.
Is there any other way of getting to the Crystalline Dominion, Goots?
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, I don't know, try swimming across the strait. But the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted, right?
So either we find the people who took the pass, or give up all hope of entering the Dominion.
All right. We'll help.
Thank you kindly. But I don't know your name. Eloise at your service.
Clive.
A pleasure doing business with you, Clive. The proprietor of the furniture. I suggest that you speak with...
The furniture maker.
Out of my sight, wretch!
Come on, come on!
Jug of snake spit for the road?
Juicy pears! Slake your thirst!
Are you the furniture?
Looking for some... Ah,
Eloise collared.
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pig.
For one, that they're targeting the harder to watch your back, see? And less chance of the mark giving chase if they're spotted. Not that they'd be likely to catch them. Those imps.
Their eyes must have lit up when they saw...
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children.
Thank you.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
You should come with me to the Dominion. Life will be different.
Fish for sale. Can I interest you?
She's asked me to help her.
Is that so? For one, this isn't a family operation. Street urchins, by the sound.
Orphans from the war.
A few, perhaps. They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and beyond.
The shame of it.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known to the...
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here, then. I doubt they're the ones.
It's worth it.
All right, then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
Come, taste my peaches! They're sweet as nectar!
Excuse me?
Cons.
I was...
Anything you grow, so guess what?
Sorry.
I'll take
Finest
them down.
earthenware from the Free Cities! All but unbreakable!
What are you,
What
I don't know. What's picking pocket?
No, so if they come calling...
The caravan stops next to the checkpoint.
What do you want?
It's all right. We've heard. We need to know...
I don't know much about it, really. He said he got a job.
Sounds promising.
We need to find...
Do you know where you're...
He's usually by the...
Thank you.
Got a good snake spit for the road?
Come one, come all!
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
She must have meant the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
That big fat donkey he wouldn't have noticed. Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over the pass, though. Could use one of those.
Chance would be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us...
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit! We're in trouble now. What do we do?
You two get caught if you want.
Hunter!
So that was Hunter, eh? Jill, you watch these two.
All right.
He can't have gone far. I need to find him before his employers do. Did you see a boy run past?
There was a boy ran back.
Shit.
It's all right, Hunter. I just want to ask...
Fine.
I'm looking for the people who are...
Call themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me good... I knew they were bad, but it didn't come at all half the time. You know, if I didn't do it, they just pick...
Hunter.
You found him, then?
Jill.
Eloise is watching over them. She sent...
I haven't got your pass anymore. Whatever you do, not that I go against them anyway. If it weren't for their guilt.
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Wait, we're not...
Don't hurt him.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Master Theo?
Goods. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
Your sister? Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
And why would she? I'm just a back and a blade. Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before.
Theodore, what do you know of the Cast Stones?
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with Gil. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees, but it seems they've already stooped even. Hansa's a good lad. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the Stones, some other... Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end, then we all want the same.
So?
What else? You get your trader's pass.
All right then.
All right then. Hansa, where are they camped?
Couldn't if I wanted to. They always come to town to collect. I tried following them once, but they spotted me halfway down the trail.
We'll try it this time.
Back down the road.
To Lateney's Cleft then.
Laney's Cleft is to the south past the camp.
That's that then.
Daddy!
There are no crystals here.
One who's been sticking his nose in our business.
You should have minded your own.
I doubt these were the ringleaders.
But at least we know we're on the right track.
We got company! That's the luck. Get him! Over here! Go for it! Sick him! Go for it! Go for it!
Good soldiers.
Fewer now.
bad haul today, eh?
Aye. Some of our new recruits are natural
especially the little ones.
It'll be a shame when they chop them off.
Scum.
The leaders of the castes.
They don't deserve it.
I wasn't planning on showing.
We're ready when you are.
Oh, I'm ready.
That guard from Bocklad! Kill him! Kill them all! Ah!
Slow. This way.
Now's our chance! Over here!
And they say crime doesn't pay. Gold chains, rings, purses. And traders' passes. Dozens of them.
Have the names been changed?
Not yet. I recognize some of them. No doubt Goots's is somewhere among them. Now I just need to sort through it all and return everything.
We should go and give Eloise the good news.
Of course. Oh, and be sure.
We'll be glad to.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
That's that then.
Let me carry your goods.
Ah, Clive.
Quite the opposite.
So it was the cast stones who were behind it, and their demise solves 3 problems at a stroke. I only hope yours is... Speaking of whom...
You are too Here, Clive. Goods is past.
I will. Thank you.
El, I've asked our boys to carry the... Can I count on your help?
Of course. I expect you'll soon be on your way then. But it wouldn't do to... Would it now? Don't look so shocked. We're on the same side.
I don't understand.
As you now know all too well, for a small fee, we will move that goods to market.
I was the first my sister helped escape. If it wasn't for her,
I had no idea.
It just so happens that we are seeking to expand, and who better to join forces with than the leader in the field? Wouldn't you agree, Theo?
I would. It seems our purpose is... So what would you say to...
It would be up.
And our honor. The honor is out.
Here, Clive.
What is it?
Elle has friends in high places, while I have associates in,
I shall bear it with...
Well, all that remains is to wish Goots' pass should secure you a place on the caravan. But if you encounter any difficulty...
We'll... Right then. Let's get this back to Goots.
And then it's on to the Dominion.
Out of my sight, wretch!
Come on, come on!
Jug of snake spit for the road?
Juicy pears! Slake your thirst without a crystal.
What I really want to be is a blacksmith.
You gonna do an apprenticeship or something then?
Here you are, Goots.
Me pass? Oh, I'll have to say thanks to it.
So should you, Hunter. You and your friends don't have to steal anymore.
We do. And we already have. Miss Earl's given us a job shifting the chocobo. It's hard work, and the pay isn't half what we got from the stones. But if we stick out... And Goots.
That's all right.
You said you're trained to be a blacksmith. Well, I'm gonna be your first customer. Till then, eh?
All right. We have a place on the wagon. Remember, Goots, we're mercenaries. You hired us to protect you.
But mercenaries...
And you remember the plan? You're to ride all the way to Twinside. Jill and I will go with you as far as the outskirts, then find our own way in.
I'll buy that stuff I need.
Right. And we'll scout out the Imperial's defenses.
There's a square with a big bell tower right in the middle of town. If you get lost, or out goes wrong, we can meet up there.
Right. Let's go.
I see. And you're quite certain your father has no knowledge of Ultima?
I am. I have no difficulty believing a sinister force has come to exert an influence on Sanbreque. But be that as it may, it is yet to claim my father. For better or worse, his radiance speaks his own mind.
Then the fiend works from the shadows.
I confess, when first you told me of this fiend, I had my doubts, and more than a few at that. A beast that labors to plunge Valisthea into turmoil, all in pursuit of your brother. But that wound is proof enough that evil is afoot.
Then I have your answer, Your Highness. You will join me in my fight.
I cannot. Not yet.
Your Highness, please.
As you are aware, the Dhalmekian army is at our gates. They have lost their mother crystal, and with it all hope of a negotiated withdrawal. It is but a matter of time before they invade. If Bahamut is not here to meet them, my people will be slaughtered.
Though not by Hugo Kupka, thanks to Ultima's machinations. I know the fate of your people weighs heavy on your conscience, but if we do not put an end to Ultima's plans, they shall face a far darker fate. The chaos he would wreak would sweep all of Valisthea into the abyss. The lives of every man, woman, and child in the Twins are at stake.
I believe what you say, Phoenix. But I have duties of my own, and I must discharge them. Come what may. What do you know of my blood?
I know that it is wholly unworthy of the highest offices of state, which rightly belong to those of purer breeding. Alas. Your bloodline runs through the Oriflamme gutter, from a whore who weighed her child's worth in gil.
Have you threatened my father?
Of course not. I merely whispered in his ear that his mongrel son is plotting a rebellion.
What?
Sylvester listens to the words of his astrologers. And they have ears too.
You have been feeding them your lies!
Should you remain loyal to Emperor Olivier, his radiance may yet crown your head with laurel, and not with tar.
Fork-tongued witch!
In consideration of your long years of service to the Empire, I shall forgive this uncharacteristic rudeness. Now hurry and make ready, Your Imperial Highness. Emperor Olivier expects much of you, Dion. Or should I say, of Bahamut. May your fire reduce his enemies to ash, till all of Valisthea bows to its rightful ruler.
There is another darkness that has taken hold of Sanbreque. And until its grip is released, the flames of war shall spread ever wider, just as Ultima wishes.
Forgive me. My family has caused you much grief.
You are not her keeper, Phoenix. This is a matter for the Imperial household now, and as a member of that household, it falls to me to resolve it. At such time as that is done, what strength I have shall be yours.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Let us take to the skies together, and bring a new dawn to Valisthea.
I should like nothing more.
Terence.
My prince.
Tell me true. Do you believe what I'm about to do is wrong?
We Dragoons have but one leader, Your Highness. And we shall follow him unto the very end.
Thank you. This is my decree. For their crimes against the crown, the traitorous Annabella and her usurping son shall be put to death, and the Empire restored.
One would never guess that these people stood on the brink of war.
And they're afraid. They turn to drink to forget their fears.
Anything you want to forget?
The harbor is empty, and half the market stalls too. The city may seem peaceful on the surface, but it's balanced on a knife edge. Were we to give it a nudge, it might be just the distraction we need to reach the Mother Crystal.
I thought you might say that. We should send for Gav. We'll need someone to keep the fires we start from going out.
And we can busy ourselves scheming until he gets here.
I'll send a Stolas then.
What is it, boy?
What's happening?
I don't know. Torgal! This way.
The city's on fire.
I'm sure Goots is fine. He'll be making for the square.
The one with the bell tower. In the middle of town, right?
Watchman or sentry is to be slain on sight. But spare the citizenry. His Highness's orders were clear.
Those were Imperial Dragoons.